This statue is known as the Gandhara Buddha. Buddha was a wise man who lived in India sometime between 600 and 400 BC. And his teachings and his life is the basis for the religion known as Buddhism. We know that this statue was carved sometime in the 2nd or 3rd century AD in a place in the Peshawar region of what is now Pakistan. It's made of schist, which is a type of rock, but we actually don't know who carved it. When this Buddha was carved, the region in which it was made was known as Gandhara, which is why the Buddha is called the Gandhara Buddha. While Buddhism is an Asian religion, comes from a man who lived and taught in India, the statue itself actually has the style of Roman and Greek sculpture. So it's a cross-cultural fusion sculpture, which is really, really interesting. The background to that is the story of Alexander the Great, who you also might have heard of, who was an amazing military leader who came from Greece and conquered huge parts of the known world. And in around 327 BC, he was actually in this part of the world, in Gandhara, and for a while, about 20 years, Gandhara was a colony of Greece. So that's how a Greek and then later a Roman style ended up in this part of the world. So the Gandhara Buddha has been treated like a Greek sculpture, and what that means is that he has a frontal pose like Greek sculptures. He's wearing a toga, which is exactly like what you'd find on a sculpture of a Roman senator. He has wavy hair and a top knot, which comes classically from images of Apollo, the god. And then at the base, on the plinth that he stands, there are Corinthian columns, which are also something derived from Greek and Roman art. And there's a little frieze which shows followers of Buddha surrounding his alms bowl. It was a bowl basically for collecting money from faithful followers who would give money to sacred men so that they could live and also do other charitable works. So like a lot of ancient sculptures, the Gandhara Buddha has not come to us in pristine condition. These objects move through history and they get damaged, and Buddha has lost his right hand, and part of the halo or the aura behind his head has also been broken off. But the Gandhara Buddha still remains an extraordinary example of artistic excellence and cultural fusion, as a religious tradition from one place is interpreted in artistic tradition from another place. These kinds of sculptures, fusing Greek and Roman and Asian religious ideas, were made from about the 1st century to about the 8th century AD in Gandhara. And then the school, that tradition came to an end as there was another invasion, this time of Muslim soldiers and people, and a different culture, a different idea of art came to take precedence. For more information, follow the links in the description below.